Yehуда Eber was born on Isru Chag Pesach Tofresh Samach Aleph. When he was 10 years old, Tofresh Ayin Aleph, he was accepted to the Cheder in Lubavitch. The summer of Tofresh Ayin Daled, he got accepted to the class of Reb Shmuel Nisanovich, known as Shmuel Barisover, in Shchedrin. By him, he learned his learning style, which he later on used when he was a Rosh Yeshiva. The year Tofresh Ayin Vav, he was accepted to the Big Zal, and he was a bacher in the Big Zal in Lubavitch. Tofresh Ayin Ches, the yeshiva in Lubavitch, moved together with the Rebbe Rashab to Rostov. After the closing of the yeshiva by the communists in Tofresh Pei Aleph, he was a Rosh Yeshiva then later in the underground yeshivas in Poltava, Rostov, Nevel, Vitebsk. On Kislev Tofresh Pei Vav, he got married with Freda, the daughter of Reb Menachem Mendel Schneerson, the Rav of Rabke. In the year of Tofresh Tzadik, he managed to escape communist Russia together with his wife and their son, Avram Eliyahu, from Russia to Riga, which that's where the Fidik Rebbe was at that time. Afterwards, he moved to Warsaw. Tofresh Tzadik Beis, he became the Rosh Yeshiva in Timchet Mimim in Warsaw. In the summer of that year, when the financial situation of Timchet Mimim in Poland became worse, he took over also the financial part of running the yeshivas. In the winter of Tafshin, he managed to escape with the help of the Fidik Rebbe, together with his wife and his son and his daughter from the Nazis, and he came to Riga. His plans were to continue to the United States. However, he couldn't get the right papers for it. And on Yud Kislev Tafshin Beis, the Nazis in Machshemam put him into the shul together with a lot of other Yidden in the community, together with Chatzah Fagin and Elichaim Alpes, and they burned him up alive inside the shul. It is told that once the Fidik Rebbe told Rabbi Yehуда Eber that he should be a Rosh Yeshiva, Mashpia, and a Mashgiach at the same time, at a certain point. So Rabbi Yehуда Eber asked the Fidik Rebbe if he could please let him off the hook about being a Mashgiach. He said, because if I see a very talented bacher, a bacher that's very good in learning, who might be a Rosh Yeshiva or a Mashpia one day, but he came 5 minutes late to Seder, so my job as a Mashgiach will be to give him over the head. And at the same time, a bacher who is not very good in the learning, but he came on time, I'll have to give him a compliment. It's hard for me to do that. I don't want to be the Mashgiach. So the Fidik Rebbe told Rabbi Yehуда Eber, you should tell that very smart, learned bacher, if he comes late, he's just like a person who comes to a train station with a lot of luggage, but he came too late for the train. On the other hand, then you have somebody who comes to the train without any luggage, empty-handed, but he came on time and he actually went on the train. And the Fidik Rebbe finished saying that the talented bacher will maybe grow to be a big lamdan. However, the less smart bacher who comes on time to Seder, he's the one who's actually going to be on my train. There were different learning styles amongst the bachim in Lubavitch, and Rabbi Yoel Khan once related about this topic that when he was a young bacher in yeshiva in Tel Aviv, so Reb Shaul Brook, which years before learned to Lubavitch, Reb Shaul Brook was the Rosh Yeshiva. So he says, so once Reb Shaul Brook asked Reb David Povarsky, which was not a Lubavitcher Chassid, that he should give instead of him the shir in Igla once. So Reb David Povarsky gave the shir, and he gave a whole shir with a chakira, whether the concept of roiv, of majority in Torah, is a birur or a din, a whole chakira about it. So Rabbi Yoel says, I listened to the shir, and the next day when Shaul asked us what was the shir about, we repeated to him this chakira about if roiv is a birur or a din. So Reb Shaul made a face, an unhappy face, and he said, you can't find this chakira anywhere in the Shas. However, Rabbi Yoel pointed out, Rabbi Yehуда Eber, which also came from Lubavitch, held differently. And if you look in his shiurim, which are printed in the Sefer Shari Yehuda, you can find this type of chakiros. He got his learning style from his teacher in Lubavitch, Reb Shmuel Nisanevich, Reb Shmuel Barisover. Rabbi Yehуда Eber was known to be a big Baal Menagen, with a tremendous chush in Negina. And Rabbi Yochanan related that once, by a farbrengen of a Frierdiker Rebbe, the Tmimim and the crowd were singing in a very unorganized way. So the Frierdiker Rebbe turned to Rabbi Yehuda Eber, and he made like a wondering motion with his hand, as if he was asking, that's how you educate your Talmidim? So Rabbi Yehuda Eber took this to heart, and from that day on, he founded a group of Talmidim who had a chush and nigina, and he taught them nigunim. And they numbered and named each nigun, so they should remember. Actually, the nigunim that he taught split to two groups. He categorized all nigunim into two groups. Nigunim from Nikolaev and all other nigunim, stam nigunim. And each nigun had a number. So Rabbi Yoel says, I once asked Rabbi Moshe Rubin, which was one of the Talmidim who learned nigunim from him, I once asked Rabbi Moshe Rubin about a certain nigun. So Rabbi Moshe Rubin answered me, yeah, that's called nigun stam number 3. One of the Talmidim of Rabbi Yehuda Eber in Temchet Mimim in Nevel was Rabbi David Akinov. And he related that during Rabbi Yehuda Eber's shiurim, there was a complete silence, and everybody were fascinated. Once, 2 policemen walked in with guns to catch us learning, and they were shocked to see that the Tmimim didn't notice at all that they walked in, even though it was a big danger. Eventually, Rabbi Yehuda Eber noticed the cops, and he stopped teaching. But the cops told him that he should continue. But he said, no, I wasn't teaching at all. Just they asked me a question, so I was answering. However, the police officers or the KGB officers knew the truth, and they arrested everyone. They freed the Bachrim without any punishment, but Rabbi Yehuda Eber got a punishment. His punishment was that he needs to sweep the streets. So Rabbi Yehuda Eber would put on his big day Shabbos when he would go to sweep the streets in order to show that if you're getting a knas because of teaching Torah, it's a big schus. So during the day, he will clean up the streets, and by night, he will give shiurim. Eventually, some Gaya saw that, and she said, a Rav is not supposed to sweep the streets, and she took the broom from him, and she started to sweep, and also the cops didn't really enforce it since then. And here's one of the nigunim that Rabbi Yehuda Eber taught his Talmidim. Oy, 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 oy. Ama, ma, 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 ma. Aya, yena, ya, ma, ya, inadam. Aya, ya, 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 ya. Aya, ya, ma, ya, 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 ya. Aya, ya, 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 yedam, ayedam. Aya, yena, ya, 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 yam. Aya, yena, ya, 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 yam. Aya, yena, ya, ya, inadam. Aya, yena, ma, 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 ya, ya, aya, ya. Oy, ma, ma, yena, nam, aya, ya, 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 yedam, ayedam. Tiyai, na, 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 ay, da, 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 dam. Ama, ma, 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 na, 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 nam. Oy, na, 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 ay, ay, na, 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 nam. Oy, ma, 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 moya, na. Ti, ay, na, 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 ya, na, 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 nam. Oy, ma, 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 na, 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 nam. Ay, nam oy mam oy nam na hey ya mam oy mam oy mam oy oy ay ya yam oy oy ay na hey ya oy ya nam oy ya nam oy oy yoy nam oy oy ya